The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, this is the official post-fight review for the Olympics in the super heavyweight division, the gold medal match featuring Jalolov from Uzbekistan and USA's very own Richard Torrez. Now, I watched this fight with a lot of intrigue for a couple of reasons. First and foremost, Keyshawn Davis fell short of winning the gold medal, so this would have been Richard Torres' chance to end the drought, the gold medal drought for the USA. And also, just seeing Jalolov in the pros, I was interested to see what he looks like in an amateur setting because I haven't watched any of his amateur fights. So, um, the result of the fight is this. We'll get into the breakdown, but the result of the fight is that Richard Torres falls short. The American medal drought continues in the Olympics. It's gonna go over 20 years now by the time the next Olympics starts. So, Jalolov wins the gold for Uzbekistan. The Uzbekistan amateur pedigree and prestige gets stronger and stronger, just like the Cuban amateur pedigree and prestige gets stronger and stronger. And the USA falls short again. But great fight, hell of a fight. First round of this fight, was really good. Richard Torres got to a great start. I mean, an amazing start. Doing a good job because he was a much shorter guy, thicker guy, stockier guy. Jalolov's a damn gargoyle. He's huge. He's 6'7". So Torres doing a good job of moving his head out the line, dipping and slipping a lot of these punches and trying to set up that overhand left. And it landed a couple times in this fight. It got Jalolov's attention, and it looked like early on that Richard Torres was going to be on to do some very destructive things. He was hitting him with some grown man punches, and he won that first round very clearly. And I was feeling very confident, about him winning this fight. Second round, completely different story. Jalolov turns the fight around and makes it a complete 180. He starts hitting Richard Torres with straight left hands. He eventually cuts Richard Torres, flips the fight on its head, gives him a standing 8 count, and wins the round. So that puts him ahead on the judges' scorecard. And then he just pretty much maintained what he did in the second round. In the third round, he just kind of boxed and moved and landed the odd straight left hand here and there, but did more than enough to make it clear that he won the third round. And with the standing 8 count, that gave Jalolov enough to be able to say he won this fight, and they saw it that way, and he did. So, congrats to Jalolov. I've seen him in the pros in a couple of fights, and I wasn't too impressed with him, but in this fight, he looked a lot better. Looked a lot better than the pros. He had a 5-year age advantage against Richard Torres. He's 27 years old. Torres is 22. But look, Torres has nothing to hold his head up about. He showed throughout the whole tournament in fights with he fought the one dude from Kazakhstan whose name I can't remember right now, but he showed throughout the tournament that he's lion-hearted. He showed that there's a lot of toughness inside there, and I don't know what his professional plans are, but I look forward to seeing him in the pros because he's very explosive, fights with a big heart, with big conviction, with big passion, and I want to see him in the pros. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that goes. I think even though he lost to a professional fighter in Jalolov, and it was more of a professional fight in the amateurs, I think Torres has the style to do well in the professional ranks. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. Look, Torres, even though he lost, did make a little bit of history. He winds up being the first American super heavyweight since the great and incomparable Riddick Bowe to win a medal. Bowe won a silver. He infamously lost to Lennox Lewis in the Olympics. Torres kind of follows that same path here against Jalolov. So, really sucks for the Americans. It's good to see that America's at least good enough to medal. Duke Reagan came out with I think he won a silver. Keyshawn went to silver. Torres went to silver. So it's actually one of America's best amateur runs in a long time, probably since like 2000. So that's the positive thing. The negative thing is that the gold medal drought still continues. But shout out to Jalolov, good for him. He's done well for Uzbekistan. Torres, to his credit, Torres fought Jalolov in the 2019 World Championships, and Jalolov stopped him. Jalolov stopped Torres in the World Championships. And this fight, Torres gave a much better account of himself. So maybe if they go to the pros, maybe third time be a charm, and he might be able to get him in the pros. But Jalolov, he fought the way he needed to fight to win this fight. He used his height, he used his size, he used his frame, and made it a very physical fight. And this fight, you could honestly say in this fight, this was the old adage and the old case in boxing where they say a good big man beats a good little man. And that's what I'm gonna go with. Torrez, he didn't leave no stones unturned in the effort department. It's just that Jalolov was able to pick the right shots, make the fight very physical, make the fight very unamateur-like. It was an amateur fight. It was a gold medal match, but it didn't feel like a gold medal match. It felt like I was watching a fight in the pros. And maybe this is one that can run back in the pros later on. But yeah, man, Jalolov wins the gold medal. The USA gold medal drought continues, but on the positive for USA, it's one of the strongest Olympic teams we had in a long time. Reagan medaled, Keyshawn medaled, and Richard Torrez medaled. So congrats to them. They've done the country proud. I'm proud to be an American. I'm proud of all the fighters that competed. Shout out to O'Shea Jones on the women's side who won a medal as well. And shout out to Jalolov, man. We'll see what happens with Jalolov. Jalolov, a lot of people in boxing are high on him. A lot of people are saying Jalolov's going to make all this noise. We'll see where Jalolov's really at when he fights the Hergovics and the Joe Joyces of the world and guys like that. Until then, he can enjoy his victory. I'm not throwing shade on him, but I still have questions about Jalolov in the pros, but in the amateurs, he seems to have that shit down pat. So congrats to him, congrats to Uzbekistan, and it's been a great Olympics. But yeah, you guys leave your comments down below. What did you guys think of the gold medal match between Jalolov and Richard Torrez? Yeah, give me your thoughts regarding that down below. Give me your thoughts if you're an American like me and you've been following the Olympics. Give me your thoughts on Team USA as a whole and just what you think about their performance. And yeah, leave your comments down below. Take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just giving Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.